There's something no one tells you when you start this journey. They say it gets harder. Brace yourself. Autism parenting is exhausting. And yes, some of the times it is. But what nobody ever tells you is that sometimes some things get easier. And not because autism goes away, not because the challenges disappear, but because you change. And today, I want to talk about this part quietly with you. If you're new to this journey, this video is for you. And if you're deep into it, I hope this video reminds you about how far you've come, how well you're doing. So, at the beginning, everything feels like guesswork. You're constantly asking, why are they crying? Why are they having a meltdown? What did I miss? Was it the noise, the lights? What was it? And I'm not going to lie to you, you do feel like you're failing to understand, failing as a parent. And that is because you don't yet fully understand. But over time, you see patterns. You notice the look before a meltdown, the stillness before an overwhelm, the tiny shift in energy. You begin to understand your child without any words. And one day, you realize you're not confused anymore. You're fluent. And not because someone taught you, but because you paid attention when things were hard. And that gets easier. At first, you second guess everything. You Googled, you ask, you explain yourself. You feel pressure to justify everything. Why you leave early, why you avoid places, why your child does things differently. But slowly, you, over time, stop asking permission. You start to trust yourself. You start to realize, I know my child and understand my child better than anyone. You start to realize, I don't need to explain everything. I don't owe comfort to anyone at the expense of my child. And that confidence, it's not loud, it's quiet. And it changes everything. And that gets easier. In the beginning, judgment hurts deeply. The stares, the comments, the advice you didn't even ask for. It feels personal, it feels heavy. But over time, you realize something important. Most people are uncomfortable with things they don't understand. Their reaction isn't about your child. Their reaction is about their limits. And one day, you stop absorbing it. You stop shrinking. You stop apologizing. You start to protect your energy. Because finally, you realize how precious your energy is. And that gets easier. Early on, timelines feel unavoidable. You compare, you worry, you calculate milestones. You ask, shouldn't they be doing this by now? But then something shifts. You realize your child isn't late. They're not even behind. They're on their own path. And when you let go of the clock, you realize what true progression really is. You're finally able to see it. Not measured in months, but in trust, safety, connection. And that gets easier. At the start, everything is overwhelming. You're constantly on edge. Your nervous system never rests. But over time, you learn to steady yourself. You breathe sooner. You recover faster. And you don't spiral as deeply. And this isn't because things aren't hard anymore, but because you've been here before. You know you can survive this moment. It's calm. It's earned. And that gets easier. In the beginning, small wins don't feel like much. Because you're waiting for that big breakthrough. But then you start noticing the small things. A calmer transition. A new sound tolerated. Sleep falling into a routine. A moment of eye contact. And that's when you realize these aren't small. These are everything. You stop waiting for life to start. You start recognizing it as it happens. At first, everything feels urgent. Every decision feels huge. Every moment feels like it could just go wrong. But time teaches you clarity. You learn what you can let go of, what you need to protect, what truly deserves your energy. And so you stop trying to do everything. You start doing what matters. And that gets easier. But let me be clear here. Not everything gets easier. Your tiredness still lingers. The worry never disappears. The love always feels intense. But you are no longer the person who started this journey. You're stronger, you're calmer, you're more grounded, more aware. And that's what matters. And if you're in your early days and everything just feels heavy, please listen to this. You're not failing, you're learning. And one day you will look back. Trust me, you will look back and you will realize you didn't just survive the journey, you grew into it. And you will realize that some things just never got easy, but you got steadier. And sometimes that is enough. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this video, do feel free to subscribe. Comment in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, stay safe. Take care.